Hi everyone, welcome back to Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader, Void Shadows DLC. Okay, let's talk to Cranach. I did this at the end of the last episode, but then I clicked on the wrong thing. I thought, bugger it, voice is going, don't do all the talking again. Alright, this is different. What? Hang on. That is weird. I had loads of talk, didn't I, last time? Okay, let's lance battery. Okay, let's just get that. Some scrap and a multi-band auspex. Okay, cool. Then newest to oldest, we have this extra chance of hitting. Lose the evasion, or less crit. I think I equipped that. And what else was new? Lance battery. Medium range with a little bit extra damage and a wide fire and arc. I think I'll keep the long range one. A narrow fire and arc and more damage. Well, about the same damage. Yeah, I think I'll keep that. This is where all the talk was. Incredible find has been made on Felstone, Lord Captain. The lost volume of St. Keith's diary has been discovered during the restoration of his crypt. By following the saint's words, the Order of the Hammer was able to find a crypto ark containing a tech relic of St. Cranach, the Crucible. Keith's writings on it are vague. It's called the Sculptor and Transformer, grantor of life, granting life and grace. Explorers have sent a delegation to lay claim to the treasure, which has sparked a heated dispute that's been going on for many days. Okay. So, sorry. Just finished work, it's like 1:15. I'm still getting emails. Okay. That's fine, sorry. But what are the main points of the dispute? Deck priests claim that the privileges of the Adeptus Mechanicus oblige the Order of the Hammer to hand any sacred architect over to them. They argue that the Crucible should be considered not a personal possession of the saint, but rather an object temporarily entrusted into his care. The Order of the Hammer reject this thesis, insisting that the right to care for such sacred objects belongs to the Ecclesiarchist cults, and since Koronus was canonized, then the Crucible should be regarded as a blessed relic, not archaeotech. How fierce are their deliberations? Quite. The discussions have been happening for more than 8 cycles without interruption. Both sides have provided more than 100 experts on scholarly wisdom and law, and have put forward around 4,000 theses, arguments, and testimonies. A special administration commission, comprised of 200 armed clerks, has arrived to pass a verdict and enforce the law. This may well be the largest religious dispute in Expanse's history. Fred Enigmas does not seem to be too keen on fighting. It seems that he's subtly preparing for the Order for the loss of this dispute, and is trying to avoid an uproar in the priesthood. What say my companions? From Pascal. It is likely Christ, I'm still in work mode. It is likely that the research contained in the ancient treatises and archival repositories of the Adeptus Mechanicus will provide factual information on similar precedent. I can spare some of my computing power to find such a case and provide my brothers and sisters with the information that's necessary to win this dispute. From Cassia, I believe that the chronicles of the Amalinian conclave describe mystical miracles witnessed by zealots while praying at an ancient banner of St. Capius. Should the Crucible perform a similar miracle, then no doubts will remain that indeed a holy relic, and not the property of the Adeptus Mechanicus. From Jai, Shireen, do you know the best motivation to make your enemies ripe for the compromise? The danger of losing any sort of benefit. It is within your power to take the crucible for yourself, using the privilege of your warrant. If you so desire, why do you not imply such a possibility to the parties involved? If you do Pascal's, you get this tech litany. All voidship weapons get +3 crit and +3 crit damage, except torpedoes. Cassia's is St. Ignatius' Scriptures, which is Law Imperium, and again armor and crit damage to Xenos and demons based on Law Imperium, and you can re-roll a failed test. And from Jai, we get medikits, always heal. Rogue traders are 3 times. Rogue traders are current class rank, more wounds. So 6. I think I do Pascal's. Pascal, find a precedent that would convince the Order that you are right. Request approved. Initiating the ceremony of accessing the fleet's catalogue. When the precedent discovered by the Venerable Magos was presented at arbitration, the monks of the Order of Hammer had no choice but to bow to the will of the exploiters. In spite of losing the argument, the monks of the Order of Hammer soon found enough humility within themselves to make peace with the results of the deliberations. Research into the Crucible has identified its device for surface terraforming. Fueled by geothermal energy of the planet, it could turn a wasteland into a blooming garden. However, a way to launch it is yet to be found. Okay, so that's that. That's Crucible done. What's this sacred comment? That's not bad, actually. I've got to do Crucible. I haven't done Crucible yet. Okay. I need mechanisms for that. Okay. Any rep? Yeah, Navy rep. Janice is still doing something. Dargonus. Okay. Bastion, I need complacency up. Society of Cartographers is mechanisms and Bastion. Again, Imperial Navy rep, really good. Profit factor in people, profit factor, security for everybody, people. For 6 weapons, I have 35 of them. Yep. Okay, I'll save that there because I don't want to do all that again. Because I misclicked last episode. No, it's not that. It's this. I've done that. Kiava Gamma. I have to go there as well. Seems I can't do much here. Need mechanisms. Need Gaspalica rep. And I could get more Imperial Navy rep here. Okay. Corruption has infiltrated V-Boss 6, Lord Captain. The cultists of the Final Door have agitated the convicts into a full-blown uprising, promising them a chance to escape. Planet's cargo port and guard facilities are now under siege. The cultists themselves have not joined the assault. They have scurried into the mines, deep into the tunnels that were infected with the Xenos corruption not too long ago. The overseers are reporting tremors. It seems that the heretics are trying to clear the cave-ins that we used to ward off the subterranean monsters. Why did the cultists head to that particular area? Unfortunately, we do not know the heretics' true objectives, but there's an area of doubt that they are pursuing a sinister and wicked goal, and therefore must be stopped. What's the current situation on the surface? The overseers are trapped inside the guard facilities, and the convicts are now united by their common hatred for the dynasty and are obsessed with the tales of freedom. I'd like to hear what my advisors have to say. Heretics seek out those who are weak of spirit and entice them with promises of salvation. But such a spineless lot lacks the resolve to fight and will drop their weapons should anyone give them reason to fear. The purpose of many tactics in warfare is to sow terror in the enemy ranks, and I know some of these tactics well. Make them quiver, eat butter. And those weaklings will forget all about their heinous intentions. From Abelard, Lord Captain, your resources and status allow you to make use of one of the most blunt and affordable tools of all, mercenaries. These dogs of war will storm the warp itself for the right price. Provide the overseers with some hide backup, and you can consider the crisis resolved. From Kibela, there's enough to kill a few to make the many lose their footing. Let the spinners bring death to the prominent instigators, and the rest will be intimidated. They will open themselves to an attack. Okay, it's the right click. So, send in people and efficiency loss. Okay, that's similar to a few other the Cassia and Idira talents. So, if targeted by the wearer's psychic abilities, must pass the willpower test -15 or suffer bleeding and blinded. Not brilliant, but not great. Cabana gives us the Ghost of Evil 6. Allies gain dodge and hit chance. Olfar's is Fiend of Evil 6. Whenever the enemy enters a 5-cell radius zone, either Rogue Trader or their allies must pass the willpower resistance test with +5 bonus or become staggered. If 2 or more allies are close enough to trigger effects, the enemy must pass the resistance test for each, and with Idira and Cassia causing damage to people who fail it. That's not bad. Abelards. Tempered by the quarries. All lance weapons deal more damage, but lose 1 profit factor. I'm not sure about ghosts of dodge and hit chances. Not much, 5%. I'll go for Olafars. Get the Fiend. Yeah, the staggered is pretty good. Olafar, show my people how to instill fear in the enemies. Ha, I should teach them some secrets of this art. Following the advice given by the formidable Space Wolf, the overseers carried out a series of reprisals and acts of intimidation. Leaving behind mutilated corpses and infiltrating the rebel camp under the cover of darkness, they crushed the rebels' morale and forced them to surrender their weapons. The leaders of the conspiracy, the cultists of the Final Dawn, are confronted in the mines. They are surrounded a strange, dark Xeno obelisk covered with glyphs, trying to awaken it from its slumber. The glyph patterns were similar to those that the mad convicts had drawn before. The monstrous construction contained enough energy to tear the planet apart. By heroically disrupting the cultist plan, the guards caused a malfunction within the terrible machine. Instead of exploding, the obelisk emitted a blistering heat wave, melting itself and turning those around it to ash. Vivo 6 had been saved. Excuse me. Okay, what's next? There isn't much I can do. This is pure blood. Efficiency and profit factor. Need people for that. Well, I've just sent them all off, haven't I? Mechanisms for that. Well, let's get pure blood doing then. Okay. And we've just done Phton IV, haven't we? Heinrich's side quest. Rather hit on the box line, Lord Captain. Good thing we're getting out of here. We're already getting reports on the lower decks. Stinging coming through the bulkheads. People are going insane and the like. Just one last thing. What's to be done with the planet? Leave this world to serve the arch enemy. Didn't say got any points for that. That way. Okay. Okay, so we've done these, haven't we? I can get back to here, then down to there. Let's make it a little bit easier. There's something there. Oh, Captain, I'm bringing you information about the Xeno device you discovered during your time away. Ever since your return, the tech priests have been making every effort to comprehend the nature of this mysterious technology, and they have succeeded to an extent. After many rituals and pleas to the machine god, they awakened the Xeno artifact, but for a moment it produced a holographic copy of a planet and Koronus that matched a location in Lagrange's belt. Perhaps you'll wish to see with your own eyes what this destination holds. Okay. I'm at V-Boss 6, so. Something just thing, the homunculus prism. Oh, it's Lagrange's belt. There's something came up. Okay, that's Call of the Edge. Become a zealot of chaos. Price of humanity. Maybe that's what popped up. I saw a couple. Ah, I've got people now. Which one did I need people for? V-Boss 6. Yes. I did need people here. Promethium, don't really need it. Adamantine. And plastic, don't really need it. Mechanisms, no, don't want that one yet. There's something here for mechanisms, wasn't there? Maybe not. Still need that complacency up. And it's stubborn. These are they're blocking each other, okay. Okay, just get that on. Milestone. Someone needed mechanisms for something. Ah, crucible. Right, let's get this one done. That's right. What's this? I have to see what my origin ability is. And on Janus, Your Lordship, a monstrous storm was broken out on Janus. Apocalyptic anomalies are tearing our agri world apart, and the epicenter is in the corrupted center. Something must be done before the whole colony is destroyed. We must find the source of this madness. Calm down. Report what exactly is happening there. The moaning earth, purple glow in the sky, fires crashing on the ground from above and up, turning all they touch to ice. A terrible noise sweeping through the cities and killing anyone who hears it. The furious storm has covered half the continent. We can see its epicenter from orbit. The ruins of a xenostructure complex. What we thought to be debris of buildings has turned out to be a machine, and now it rouses from its sleep, emitting blue and purple lights from the spheres fused into it. The deadly spirits have become material, and now everyone sees they're not dancing, they're fighting. Fighting and chanting two names, Halcyon and Kesai. What do we know about this cataclysm? Lady Vistenza has conducted some sort of meditation, afterwards gathering all her skilled servants. Now her squad arms itself to strike a blow at the heart of the cataclysm. She has sent a message saying it would be a great pleasure for her to carry out this retribution. The word pleasure was written with a capital letter. Perhaps it's some kind of cipher. During her reconnaissance, Lady Viat's people were attacked by the ghosts, despite their prior indifference toward mortals. Her fighters have been annihilated. There is no doubt that a tougher battle lies in wait for Lady Viat. All the wretches in custody have instantaneously gone mad. We cannot pull a modicum of information from them, even though we have a sense that they understand what is happening much better than we do. So, we don't have much of a chance there. Or much of a chance there. 35% chance, 45% chance. Have the enforcers strengthen Lady Viat's squad? Oh my god, we succeeded. 19, nice one. The escort squad reports that the servants of Lady Viat are casting blasphemous protective sorcery that seems to effectively ward the ghosts away, helping them to move forward. Our people have reached the Xenos ruins that once served as either a palace or a gargantuan machine. They have encountered an extremely high concentration of spirits. It appears the spirits are fighting among themselves, with two particularly vivid ghostly fighters among them. One of these prominent spirits radiates blue light and seems to be clad in Eldari armor. The other is engulfed in purple flames and clad in Xenos ceremonial raiment. The utter sounds reminiscent of Eldari speech, but any attempts to translate them have proved unsuccessful thus far. From Earliet. It is an old dialect from the time before the fall. Audio warriors to aid the spirit wreathed in blue. He fights for Lilithan's purity against despicable sorcery. Even an echo of this spirit's voice is enough to understand that its cause is just. I can teach your people how to explain to the blue spirits that they are not the enemy. What does it matter what those spirits are babbling about? They both must be slain. Vata, turn your warriors and inspire them to fight for their home to the very last. They have already made sacrifices to get this far, so remind them what those sacrifices were for. Xenos Moran has ordered, he's dead, ordered the squad to attack the purple spirits and ignore the blue ones, but your people are waiting for confirmation from you. Tell the squad to support the blue spirits. Earlier, make sure the men know the right words. The scouts attacked, destroying the purple spirits one after another. The blue phantoms recognized the new allies and did not harm them. Once the battle was over, the dignified spirits swayed in blue flames reached out to the scouts' thoughts, granting them visions. Oh, got a sword, yay. The planet, which was inhabited by Eldari prior to the fall, at some point became one of the many theatres of war between sensual excess, the dogma that reigned over the Xenos of the time, and ascetic self-restraint. The local ruler, Kesai, was enlightened and wise, yet susceptible to depravity. In his desire to transfer his soul to another form of existence, he created a mechanism that would let him take over the bodies and minds of all his people. One of the ruler's bodyguards, named Halcyon, rose against the tyrant and mortally wounded him, but could not stop him from merging with the machine. Halcyon then gave his life to bind his own spirit to the device and continue fighting therein. This tragic conflict marked the end of all Eldari on the planet, but preserved an echo of their souls and those of their leaders. And this is it's a normal sword, and target becomes blinded. The first attack with Lilith as Fury in a round against the blinded target does not set the attack on cooldown. Not that great. A blind is good, it's not even a test. But it is Eldari, don't want to use it, it's early yet. Or Jai. Then the spirits disappeared, but for how long? The bodies of the fallen and strange relic discovered amid the ruins, with only proof that, for a single day, Janus was once more engulfed in the war between long-fallen Xenos. Okay. Fermented organs. Scriptorium schools. Xenos intoxicant. We have the Xenotech, we get chemicals and profit factor. I think Xenos intoxicant is needed elsewhere, isn't it? Maybe for up here. Oh no, I've got vivisectionary. Get that. Mechanisms 12 times 12 and the memory of the daring. It's a good shield array. Put it on straight away. And let's get efficiency. I don't need I need complacency everywhere. Need archive the expanse. Unholy ammunition. That's efficiency everywhere. What's this? Jesus Christ, that's pretty powerful. I wouldn't be doing that though, because I always cause damage to myself. So, mechanisms 21, sacrament of light. It's an engine. That is a macro cannon. So, let's do that. Methium, plasteel adamantine for phlogiston. I'll keep the mechanisms. I'm sure I need mechanisms for something else. Okay. Oh no, I want to visit and go to Kiava Gamma, don't I? Not Kiava Gamma. Phoebus 6. In his effort to exploit the crisis in Expanse, a prominent mining consortium is disrupting all shipments to the colonies of the Protectorate. Get profit, lose security. Lose security, lose profit. Is that right? Yeah. Or just straight up get profit and jewellery. Request that the Imperial Navy boycott the consortium's trade routes. Frightened by the prospect of economic blockade, the consortium offers its apologies and restates the shipment's schedule. Okay, good. I've already looked at that. Keep it fine for now. Got to get to Kiava Gamma. With that, I need to go to the loo, so I'm going to save and pause. Be back in a minute. Okay, back. So, Kiava Gamma is over here. It's a long way to go. And we've got lots of things to look at. I've got all these extra points. An auxiliary generator chamber on the artillery deck was overgrown with thick stems of some thorny plant. The voidsman reported the vegetation throbbing inside him, and when they tried to lop off an offshoot, the cut started oozing a disgusting pus. Some officers claimed to have heard someone trapped among the thorns. The desperate weeping of a woman's voice echoed from inside the compartment. Seal off the chamber until the vessel leaves the warp. As soon as the voidsman started rolling the chamber shut, a heartbreaking cry rang out and green shoots burst out of the gap. However, the crew's loyalty to the rogue trader and their unshakable faith in the god emperor spurred them to finish the task. Only when the ship left the Imperium did the diabolic moaning subside. Took a little bit of hull damage, not much. Jesus Christ. Lord Captain, the Crucible's great sculpting is underway. Vile stone is being transformed right before our eyes into a fertile world of lush groves and clean water. However, there is evidence that the Crucible also created humans. From the mouth of the relic came several thousand people who, speaking an archaic form of Low Gothic, demanded to be given orders. They cultivate land, build houses and production facilities with obedience, and, in general, have a remarkable range of skills and knowledge. However, it seems that these people completely lack their own free will. For this, the monks have named them Touched. The tech priests who served the Crucible came upon birthing vaults built into the relic. The machine is constantly growing new Touched within them. There is a split among the faithful. Though many call it a miracle sent by the Emperor himself and want to quickly put the Touch to work, a part of the population is frightened by the soulless creatures born from the ancient machine. They demand that the planet's learned men intervene in the great sculpting and find a way to stop the production of the Touched. How dangerous are these Touched? They do not appear to pose a threat. The autopsy of several specimens has shown that they are physiologically identical to ordinary humans. No traces of corruption or xeno-influence was found either. However, their obedience is a double-edged sword. They obey any orders without knowing or caring who gives them. And thus, nothing prevents a cunning intruder from bending them to their will, creating an army of obedient slaves or spies at their disposal. The servants of the Messiah have proposed a preemptive measure against this threat, subject the Touched to servitude in perpetuis, and inhibit them with the binaric vows of obedience. The disciples of the Melpian teaching believe that the souls of the Touched are too pure to cause harm to anyone. Those adherents of simplicity and purity have taken a liking to these meek and open-hearted creatures. Well, think my officers and advisors. For Magenta, they are begotten by the relic of St. Cognatius, which means their existence pleases the Emperor. Your people must be reminded that it is so. Arrange a public ceremony of tonsure to initiate the Touched into the Order of the Hammer, and a service dedicated to reading parables about the acts of St. Cognatius and his followers. From Ulfar, why do you make the first move and assemble a mighty force from the Touched ones? If they're so obedient and intelligent, they will make fine troops. Assign a loyal commander to each squad to keep an eye on them, and these strange people in turn return from a threat into defenders of the Imperium. And from Pascal, lack of will, registering a high probability of manufacturing failure within the Crucible sacred processes. It is recommended to dispose of the finished batch of units and hold production of new ones. The algorithm of the great sculpting requires further examination. What do we get? Efficiency and voidship tech chains. That's not bad. Extra adamantine plating protects the vessel from harm. It's 17 points of damage on the fall and 7. Oh no, I don't know what we've got at the moment. It's not extra on top of. This is instead of. Okay. Don't need any, it's all on 10s. What does Argentus thing do? Icons of the Touched. Enemy critical hit chances and warp damage against the flagship reduced by 30%. Ulfar's option. Long-range dorsal plasma macro cannons which fire 2 shots doing 26. That's pretty crap. Just efficiency and complacency, and Pascal's complacency, security, and lose efficiency. A wisdom extractor. All allies gain 5 armor, 5 critical hit chance. It's not much, but it's better than the rest. Pascal, you have my permission to study the Crucible's algorithms. Dispose of the touched. The knowledge will be extracted by any means necessary. The touched do not try to defend themselves or to resist in any way. They accepted death in much the same way they lived life, quietly and obediently. The unrest among the citizens has simmered down, and the great sculpting continues as before, but the development of fertile land has noticeably slowed without the touch. Tech Priest's investigation uncovered a number of defects in the operation of the birthing vats within the Crucible. It was these defects that caused such strange obedience within the touched. The proposition of making improvements to a sacred relic filled the Tech Priests with the most profound dread, and thus Foulstone was left without its taciturn workers. However, the priceless knowledge extracted by the servants of Messiah was a great reward in and of itself. Okay. Pretty cool. Sacred. Right. Maybe. It's a pretty good one. Meh. Heavy armor. 85% armor, that's really good. What the hell is a criminal enemy? Looks pretty dope as well. Arbiters. Armor. Deflection 5. I mean, that is pretty cool. But no, I can go for that one. +5 bonus to all the characteristics and skills. Thank you. Oh, holy ammunition. No, it's just weapons. I'm sure there's one that gets to extra stuff. Actually, damage. Extra people here. Use people there. Let's get that up. Can't really do much here until I get the skin done. Plasteel and adamantine. Got 22 and 12. Okay. A Kiava Gamma, Jesus Christ. Lord Captain, there's been active sabotage on Kiava Gamma. Cult of the Final Dawn has invaded the planet, cultivated a pack of schismaticals in the bowels of the manufactorum and set them upon us. The attack was so sudden that we almost lost all the workshops, but we had help. Some entities, already being called data angels, have invaded the cogitational network, seized the cogitators and servitors, and used them to repel the first onslaught of the schismaticals. Now there's a fierce struggle taking place all over the planet. The nomosphere of the world is boiling. How did cultists infiltrate my world? This was part of a coordinated attack that hit the entire expanse. The heretics must be preparing for a long time. The cultists have contacted your secret artisans who toil in the forbidden workshops. The fools hope that they will betray your lordship and join in the attack. We could use their delusions to our advantage. If our enemy truly is mistaken, that is. What do we know about these data angels? Not much. They are machine spirits, beings born from the art of data smithing. They charge into battle chanting the same binary mantra that the participants of the procedure OC chanted. The logists who have been observing them, the same tech priests who previously investigated the cells used in procedure OC, have deciphered traces of their activity and discovered patterns pointing to the possible creators of these data angels. If they are right, then they bear the seal of the exploiter cognizance fleet. From Pascal. Accessing the fleet's catalogue. No mention of operations on Kiava Gamma detected. No information on data angels detected. Hypothesis. Either there's been a calculation error, or the information is locked behind a higher level of sacrament security clearance. I wish to hear the opinions. The manufactorums of Kiava Gamma equipped the backup cogitators to ensure the continuity of production in an emergency. The severity of the situation authorizes the disruption of the service algorithms, and I'm prepared to sanction a ritual that will allow the data angels of the Messiah to absorb the cogitator's computer power to combat these wicked spirits. Blessing of the Data Angels. All allies get 5 perception, 10 armor pen. That's pretty awesome, that is. Demolition. Terror of Kiava Gamma. Machine creatures, Necron creatures, and creatures with reject flesh deal 10% less damage. Do more damage or take less damage? Do I want Terror of Kiava Gamma, or do I want... what's the other one called? Blessings of the Data Angels. Not sure. I don't know. I think the first one. The quest to perform the sacrament is accepted and will be filled immediately. Having gained access to the cogitational reserves and after being infused with power, data angels charged are the schismaticals. The hordes of data spirits were exercised and exterminated, and the afflicted mechanisms purged and restored. The tech priest gave praise to the Omnissiah for protecting the production algorithms from severe disruption. After banishing the schismaticals, the data angels withdrew into hiding inside the cogitational networks, leaving the servants of the Omnissiah to guess at who or what these beings were. It's pretty cool. Sky barrier. That's pretty cool. But I need what first? Holy ammunition. Oh, that's somewhere else. Okay, yeah. I think that's a juicings one I need. Okay. Mechanisms, I've got 15. So yeah. Getting all these things completed. Wow. Palace for outcasts. Plus 10 intelligence, fellowship, willpower, raider base. When the wearer performs a non-burst attack with a pistol, back 2. The wearer kills an enemy with a pistol attack, they immediately reload it. Each pistol reload grants plus 5 critical hit. Repentance of the Lost. It's a power sword. Let's just get this going. Well, I think about that another time. Torbium Maledictor. Let's go to my list of systems. The Torbium Maledictor. There we go. Oh, something there. 7 plasteel. Yeah, might as well. Got plenty of them. Provisions, I've got loads of. Don't need them. Some more plasteel. Should be only 2 though. Yeah. And I'll save that here. Next episode, have a look at what this unforeseen event is. If it's something we've seen before, we just move back on the way to Kiava Gamma. But thanks for watching, everyone. Sorry for stuttering and stumbling today. My brain is full of work. And I shall see you all in the next episode. Bye for now.